Hello everyone, this is Into the Realm's first podcast video. So before we start on our main topic, we're just going to do a quick introduction. We're not going to go with our real names because we want to stay anonymous. So I'm going to go by SK, and this is my co-host, Jay.
Hello everyone, my name is Jay. So we're going to talk about...
Oh yeah, so today we're going to talk about the downfall of Bleach, and we all know that Bleach is ending next week. So I think it's the best chance for us to go back and look at its failings and also some of its successes. So let's go for the successes first. So as you can see with Bleach at the beginning, when Rukia transferred his power, the story was very tight. You knew where it was going. It was Ichigo's awakening as a Shinigami, and as he went to the Soul Society arc, it was an opportunity for Kubo to introduce us with a lot of fan favorite characters such as Kenpachi, Gin, and Hitsugaya. And even with the Arankura arc, you can see that as a phase, that was the end of the which started in the Soul Society arc of Aizen's betrayal and his defeat by the hands of Ichigo. But after that point, I had no idea what he was doing. With the Fullbring arc, it had no ripples to the actual story in the end, and a lot of the characters are pretty redundant. So what do you think, Jahid? What do you think feelings are?
Well, I agree on the majority of what you just said. I just felt as when the Aizen arc ended, it was like a manga filler, so... It was like a manga filler. So what happened was that, it was just dragging on, and this was something I don't like. And now we're into the current chapter right now, or one chapter away till its finale. And it just ended in a rush, It was dragged along with no end goal. I'm pretty sure Kiba had an end goal, but again, maybe he got rushed in by the editors and so on. So, anything else you want to say? Come on, okay?
Yeah, exactly. If you take an example of the complete opposite of what Bleach has done, if you look at Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, by the end of it, every plot point was basically was answered. So every time, that's why I consider it one of the best animes and mangas out there, because at the end of it, you feel so satisfied of how the story ended, with all the character plot points were completed as well. But with Bleach, that was never the case. There's, like you said, there was underutilized characters such as Chad. Come on,
Chad, man.
Chad. And also, a lot of the characters' motivations weren't really made clear to us. Like with Ishida, when he betrayed the Shinigamis to side with the Quincy's, a lot of it wasn't really answered. Like, we knew that his mom was a sacrifice for Yoak, and he wanted to, pseudo revenge against him. But we didn't really. That wasn't expressed through any emotional turmoil on his part. And also with it just ended up being just Ichigo just one-shot a lot of characters. Even your work, he just one-shot him. The guy.
You know what's funny is we want to see his Bankai. Not only the finale or the arc of that towards the end was seeing Ichigo form of between a Shinigami, a Quincy, and
Hollow. Yeah, it was everything together.
And I was hyped for that chapter. And then they said that's not his true form, or not all the rubbish. And like Kay said, when he's one shot in, and then you find out his true Zanpakuto was actually original Shikai.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell, man? That's the worst.
Yeah, the worst.
Like in my heart, I always knew that Bleach, in terms of storyline, it was just average. But for me, especially reading the manga, it's all about the action. See how the action get done, and that was the worst way to get done. And we all know how the end is going to be. The hero beat the villain, everyone's happy, yada yada yada. But we want to see how it got done, and that was very poorly done.
Exactly, yeah. And the thing is, even though, like you said, it was Ichigo at the end was a combination of everything, and he didn't really show much of his Quincy abilities. He hasn't shown much of his even Shinigami abilities. He can't even do anything. All he could do was spam Zero and get Suga Tensho, and that's it.
That was. I think the sad thing is I think one of the best fight of Ichigo had with any of his villains was Ichigo versus Ulcoria. I know that one of the best fight there is, and I feel what's funny is that in the Aizen arc, although Aizen was the main villain, he had his reason, but I felt like Ulcoria was his main villain, someone he wanted to
his main rival. Yeah,
his main rival. That's the term. His main rival, and everything else. Just he has to defeat the bad guy. There was no plot device to show why he wanted to beat the bad guy and everything. But
exactly. Not even only him. A lot of the characters I don't know, like Eba became a captain at the. You saw that chapter?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? There was no focus on him at all, and I think you can see why, because he's not a character that fans like aesthetically like, and I thought he was pretty cool. Like the the annoying drunk who was just as rowdy as Ikaku, but they didn't utilize his character at all. Isagi was a character that I thought he was gonna push quite hard, and he had one of the best fights I think in the manga and in the anime, the most well animated fights in the anime series as well, against the Arankara. I forgot his name. So yeah, like that is the curse that Kubo has, and like you said, and Jay was talking about this before, that Kubo's his next project, he's gonna be cursed by the fact that the way Bleach ended is gonna leave a bad taste on everyone's mouth. That's why mangakas like Tagashi, who with Hunter x Hunter, he's always forgiven, even though he has hiatus all the time, and he releases like 5 chapters every 7 years. That you know that when he does release a chapter, that it's going to be packed with story, packed with character development, packed with quality, and that's what you can forgive him. But with Kubo, I can never do that. I don't think I'm gonna.
And what's funny, when I started anime, Bleach is one of the few anime I started with. Is what got into me start watching other animes. Bleach. From Bleach, there was Naruto, One Piece, and so on. And Bleach. Like you could say, in his golden days, it was Bleach, Naruto, One Piece. Bleach was there in terms of sales, in terms of everything, and of course, like me and Kay was just talking about earlier, is like how Bleach was getting there, and in terms of comparing to Naruto, the Sasuke retrieval, then you have One Piece, the CP9 arc. It was phenomenal. It was there. And it's kind of sad at the end like this, And it's true what they say, no matter how much, whether a series or anime, no matter how much great it started, but it's all about the ending, the finale, how it's settled. And if that's not good, then
yeah. And like what Jay said, that when we jumped onto like Bleach, One Piece, and Naruto, it was actually the point where all the arcs were at the height of its popularity. With the Naruto, it was the Sasuke retrieval arc. Even though I think we went into it when filler just started. So after that point, filler started. But with One Piece, it was the Enies Lobby, CP9, and with Bleach, it was this Rukia retrieval arc. So for us, yeah, it was a we latch onto those moments that that feeling of nostalgia of how good it was, and I think maybe. To the credit of that time, we keep reading it, we keep watching it, even though it's basically just a waste of time at this point. I feel like the final chapter next week isn't going to answer anything that I wanted to answer.
It's funny because I was talking about it to someone, and we was talking about the only way this chapter can be ended in a nice way, or if it was like 40 or 80 chapters, but just everything's being rushed through in a 20 chapter style or zone, whatever we like to call it, and it's just bad.
Yeah, it's just bad. So yeah, I feel like that's not really much to say. Anything else? Do you think there's anything else you want to add to the conversation, or should you just wrap it up?
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening. If you liked our content, hopefully we're going to be uploading more videos on the way. And if you like our content again, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much.
Bye. That was okay.
It's alright, yeah. We can talk now, even though it's still recording. We can just